it probably shouldn't be a great idea to have F12 as my hit record button for Bandicam, but at least it'll tell me when things aren't working correctly. Hey, but welcome back to more Lobotomy Corporation. So Matheson, last time we got everything started out here, and this time we're going to, well, continue along our way. Yeah. So one thing to note when you are initially recruiting people, Justice is significantly more expensive than anything else to upgrade. In fact, it is 3 times more expensive than everything else. Justice is pretty difficult to get, but it is also very useful when you get it. Of course, we're still going to work on one sin, but over here we have 00256, which is a little bird. This guy is so chill. So, we're just gonna, yeah. Now this is one that I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time today. Luckily we do have a nice amount of speed up. And, I know Insight's pretty good for this guy here, so we're just going to keep on working Insight. The False Meltdown, which is just active on one sin, which is fine. Small Bird. I forgot that he's actually initially called Small Bird and not his real name, but still, Small Bird is very cool. You can see his cleave health counter over here. Some abnormalities when they run low on their counter will start. They will either have some effect or they will break out. And most of the time, if something breaks out, it's a bit of a problem. But that's not entirely the case with Small Bird. He does red damage, so probably would be better to send Angel in, but whatever. It's fine. Let's soar and rest for a bit. The main room can heal you every so often. Later on, we'll be able to get a buff to so that we can actually see our health more easily. One more thing that I will note is you can see that one sin has this agreed marker that says Zayn, while Small Bird has this one that says Teth. That's basically telling you what their difficulty level is. There are 4 difficulty levels: Zayn, Teth, or no, 5 difficulty levels: Zayn, Teth, Key, WoW, and Aleph. I do not know if those have actual meanings. Also, he is now properly named as Punishing Bird. Punishing Bird rules. We'll swap to that. So, yeah. Generally speaking, the better or the higher level of enemy, or the higher level of abnormality, the better reward you'll get from them. Same deal with their ego equipment. The higher level, the better. We can go through the guidelines, which actually I might as well show everything off on here. The big thing with one sin is that he is a very, very good healer. Or like he's very chill in general. He will restore the enemy's your guy's mental state on a good result. So basically, you're just fully healed up. When it's maxed, when you get a full perfect 10, it will restore everyone's SP a little bit. Punishing Bird's a little bit unique. So Punishing Bird gets a little bit jealous at times. If you enter another abnormality's cell, he will start to get a little bit angrier. Anyone who freaks out will get a little bit lower. Punishing Bird is someone that can break out of his cell when his cleave-off runs to 0. He will break out, and usually on a breakout, you'll want to suppress them as soon as possible. You just gotta send your guys out there to kill it. However, this is a bad idea for Punishing Bird, So for this one, it's saying down here that if you attack Punishing Bird, then whoever it is will get hit with a massive attack. I believe it is it's basically a guaranteed kill, almost. It does like 1,000 damage or something like that. I might be thinking of a different that does 1,000 damage, but Punishing Bird is pretty nice in the fact that he will eventually just kind of, like, he'll go around, he'll do some very minor damage to people, just by pecking them a bunch. And then after a little bit, he'll just kind of chill out and return to his cell. Basically, don't worry if Punishing Bird breaks out. He's very vulnerable to damage. He has pretty low HP. I believe he only has like 200 HP. He is very weak, but still, in terms of dealing with Punishing Bird, kind of ignore him if he breaks out, and you'll be fine. Punishing Bird is also quite nice in the fact that he actually gives you a ranged ego weapon. His stuff, Beak, good endurance to red and white, you a little bit of weakness against black, but again, the big thing is that you do have a long range. Ranged options are really good. Of course, your melee is going to be nice, and melee is usually, you know, just kind of, it's a better equipment in terms of, like, stats, but, you know, the range benefit is so much more worth it because basically everything else has melee. So, like, Punishing Bird is melee. If something else breaks out, it'll most likely be melee. So, like, getting Beak in is very good. Getting his gun in, and I was about to say, I assume Soren already has the Beak neckwear, which she does. Meanwhile, Angel has, well, okay, glitched out and it's not showing up in there, but Angel has 1 sins, so. Punishing Bird is one of the easiest ones to manage. Well, okay. Punishing Bird can be troublesome eventually. He's mostly just kind of annoying. A lot of the time, if he happens to break out, he'll just, you know, just annoy you. He just kind of pecks you for a while before going back. But very late game, Punishing Bird has the potential to be very, very dangerous. But that's something that is not guaranteed to happen, and you can potentially just kind of get away with. We can see up on the top, the red number here is telling you how many different abnormalities will be affected by the next meltdown. So, yeah, if it's 2, that means that, well, both of our guys would activate. It's not gonna, of course, be this forever, but, you know. We're just gonna keep at it with good old Punishing Bird. Insight, of course, is really, really nice. Yeah, we'll just actually, no, we need 2 more. Probably, we need a couple more. Oh, Jesus, he's very unhappy. Even putting those of Punishing Bird's teeth. Of course, they all have their own little flavor dialogue. They have their flavor text, and of course your dudes will also have their own flavor text. They have always more dangerous than I thought. I mean, yeah, you got kind of pecked a decent bit. You got anything you want to say, Angel? No? Alright. What we got all on Punishing Bird? Punishing Bird, majority of the time it acts like any other normal bird, flying here and there and there. Not many disgusting flesh, splits apart into several sections. Yeah, basically, the red bit on his red belly will, if you attack him, the red belly will start trying to mess you up. And it's like a bunch of tendrils, it'll do a ton of damage. Punishing Bird is a good boy, though. Punishing Bird is best boy. Then through here, yeah, we worked with them a lot, so our Prudence is up quite a bit. Temperance also boosted up as well. Soren, Super Saiyan. And it says that we had 20 minutes because, you know, a lot of speed up. So talked to before, in the end, only is the only listener. It's song in front of you, it's approaching, becoming more colorful by the second. And some in the distance you can hear seagulls. This one is very, the one on the right here, I know this one is very easy to manage. He's a very good, Temperance booster. I don't know who the middle is. And the right, or sorry, the left is actually pretty good overall, so let me take left. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you have worked here. The number 3 is a mysterious one. In age-old fables, it is common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell the protagonist to utter 3 wishes. Sadly, I'm not a mage or a billionaire that can grant your wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There were many aspirations, but among them was the seeking of some kind of growth. To lead the company to prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, name it. You should want a flower in a different way. Which of those 2 would you want? I think we want to prosper, if you should learn about what you do at this moment. Currently, you work for Lobotomy Corporation, a company you will see cannot be seen. You'll feel things that cannot be felt. You shall do impossible things. Your wish be granted. Perhaps you're the best manager I've seen yet? So you may be asking yourself, predecessors managed to fulfill their wish. I suppose what happened to the others is not important after all. I do promise to cheer you on for your journey to the final goal, though. Did it again. You did it flawlessly, too. I myself have a lot of work to do. If you look at my note, my to-do list is always so full. But I know I can get through it. Do my best like I always have. I know I'm slower than the others. I always have to check my list or I'll miss something important. That's why I have this notebook with me all the time. Can't leave any mistakes, you know? I've been carrying it for so long that it's almost worn out. It's been with me ever since I began working here as the Sephra of the control team. I know Lady Angela worries about me from time to time, but I got everything under control. I feel like this is the kind of life I've been yearning for ever since a long, long time ago, even before I was capable of thinking. Just if I wished for the same thing before in some other place that wasn't the control team. Malkuth, please finish the report I requested by the end of today. Sure thing, boss. I got it right here on my list. I'll have it turned in by the end of the day. Oh, I should get going now. It's a pleasure talking to you, manager. AI is here. No one's stable, with the exception of me. It's especially bad for Malkuth. You've noticed, haven't you? I can't complain, though. It only makes it easier for me to control her. Mission controlling meltdowns. As you may know, our facility isn't really the most stable thing. We're only able to keep the upper males contained thanks to the cleave off the turns. We briefly adjust down before the day of workday begins. As the turns becomes unstable as time goes on, and eventually, some abnormalities may undergo meltdown. This one will be pretty easy. Just do 8 different ones in the same day. That is something to note about every mission. They do need to be the same day. Assembly summons is a little bit more useful, but that's not saying much. John. Hey, buddy. And I love these goobers. That said, these goobers I am not terribly familiar. Well, I'm not terribly familiar with how to actually work with them. I, generally speaking, kind of know what their deal is, but okay. It's like, did I screw something up? No. Okay. So they're best with instinct or insight. Let's do that. That. It'll kind of just be a little bit annoying to work down. How about John, you go in with the instinct. Insight? Instinct. Yeah, there's, especially early on, a lot of these goobers are just big old goobers. Big old big old goofballs. That said, these guys have a very interesting looking ego gift. Just 2 HP isn't a ton, but not like it's bad or anything. Angel, you can work on there. 1 sin is like not an issue at all to work with. 1 sin is super chill. It's always guaranteed to be here first, by the way. This is the open can of well cheers, by the way. That is this goober's name. He does not escape. He does get his own gun as well. A red damage gun. Beak is better than soda. Just because the punching bird is a Teth, while well cheers is a Zayan. Just work through here. Of course, we can see our progress. Ooh, perfect 10. Well, cheers is fine to deal with. I'm just gonna train with 1 sin. It is useful to still have reserves of everything because later on we will have employees die, and they will lose their equipment on death, so it's good to have some just so that you can refill on your equipment. Well cheers is very interesting in the fact that every single work type will give you a different result. So for instinct, it will boost up your HP. I believe insight will give you SP. The purple, or either attachment or repression, will give you purple, which will give you both HP and SP. And if you get a bad result, which is kind of difficult to do, the employee will instantly die. Yes, even a Zayan can cause instant death. A lot of things can cause instant death in this game. So, that's always, a fun thing. A lot of the time, like, there are a lot of instant death causers, but for the most part, you're not really too worried about them. Arguably, it's probably best to work instinct with these guys, because then you will get the recovery right away. We're gonna be working with Welchers quite a bit, so we can we'll still work on them, just to get to the goal team mission finished. Here, I will actually set you to stay in here, just so that you can kind of just, chill out. It's quicker for you to get here. You can just hop right back in easily. Just need to do one more. And, the thing is, 1 sin is very, very reliable, so you don't really need to work with 1 sin all too much. He's just very chill. Again, that's just kind of the word of the day with 1 sin. 1 sin is just cool. You're never really gonna have to worry about 1 sin, ever. He can never break out, he never has any adverse effects. He's always guaranteed to be your first abnormality. So, he's very lovely in that respect. Quite a few people boosted up. And 14 minutes marked on there, but of course not actually that long. Speed up is very nice. Now, the interesting thing for the so every 4th abnormality will be in equipment. These are very different in effects. I think I know what this one is. Take pride in what you do here. Now, this recent news will likely change your mind. After your arrival, the rate of energy output has increased by 13%. If you still don't feel the significance of this figure, then let me add that it's a record-breaking percentage. How do you feel? can take pride in that. Since you began working here, the company has been taking strides in improvement. This means you are performing your role well. This shows that there should be only good news to come. A machine such as myself doesn't flatter easily. It is good to know that you're happy with your work. I remember your face the very first time you came here. You were so withdrawn, face all gray and grim, and you were all nervous about my presence. Don't. It's okay for you to be happy now. Today's a rather special day. Do you see that bottle of champagne on the table? Want me to pour you a glass? Shall we toast? This giving out something as monumental as someone's birthday or the company they have found. You lost an employee for the first time yesterday. In fact, many more shall follow. I'm telling you this just in case you were unexpectedly shocked by the news. They had known the risks from the beginning. The company grows, fertilized by their sacrifices. It's as simple as that. I am sure they would have felt proud of themselves as they took their final breath. Accepting your death with equanimity is the greatest respect you can pay to them. That is why I popped this bottle of champagne I've kept for so long. 3 cheers for the deceased, in memoriam of their noble sacrifices. I can drink that. I'm gonna give you a small bit of advice. To properly drink a glass of champagne, one should gently hold the lower stem of the glass, and take it in lightly, savoring the bubbles. It's like... We need to be honest here, Malcolm. Not simply suppress the ordeals with him you currently have at your disposal. Trust me, I am the head of the information team. Even if your team were to suppress the ordeals on their own, it's too great a risk of extreme mental damage to your employees. But Assad, we all need to consider the mortality rate of the agents and their possibility of the abnormalities breaching. Malkuth, Lady Angela said that one crazy employee will kill 10 others, and suffer of the control team. I may make outrageous mistakes in all other aspects, but this role I know better than anyone else. I know how to handle employees on the verge of insanity. I've never thought of good contact for it. Honestly, it feels like I'm the only one who follows this guide. Am I wrong? Please tell me if you happen to need. I can only share a copy with you. I'm fine. That code of yours. I don't need weak employees in my department. Weakness means elimination. Death of your place in my department. To work for the control team, the department that leads this corporation, signifies that you should be more capable than everyone else. Manager, please say something to them. You've been watching what's happened to those weak-willed employees from the comfort of your office, haven't you? Can any one of you guys say something? Well, thanks so much for visiting me. This made me so happy. We should meet up again sometime. All of us upper Sephiroth. An announcement to the Sephiroth of the upper layer. Mental corruption levels of the control team's employees exceeded the maximum threshold. And just what did the other Sephiroth do in the meantime? Sit and watch? The control team has failed to handle the ordeals. Supplement the staff immediately and suppress the ordeals. I'll ask for support from the other departments. As the mission when dusk falls, as the Clevefault deterrence weakens, the abnormalities begin to grow and agitate. One of the things we call ordeals, which we cannot contain, will go into a rampage, just as they are right now. You calm down the employees by suppressing one of the ordeals that show up at dusk. I'll help you with it as soon as I can. You will not be doing this for a very long time. Dusk ordeals are very late game. So, yeah, that'll be fun to deal with in however long. I believe that ordeals have been unlocked to us right now. You know what? Let's actually get ourselves one nice and optimistic. And we're actually gonna call you Justice. You are Justice herself. I should also remember put my different people. It's always nice to have at least a few people with white damage, because white damage is a little bit unique in the reason that white damage will heal sanity, and you can recover people who have gone insane, which is very nice. Okay, yes, this is what I thought it was. Of course, we're still going to be working with well cheers. Okay, it looks like abnormality, or not abnormalities. It looks like the stuff hasn't fully, or that ordeals have not unlocked quite yet. Equipment works differently in the fact that you need required time, or either time or uses, in order to get more information about them. They will also not give you any PE boxes. They will not mark towards your Clevefault, if I recall. I believe they don't mark anything towards your Clevefault counter. And they have different effects. TO994. We want to do a little bit of timing to try to get it when it says yes. We can wait a little bit on it. And damn. Okay. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We can see the total amount of our, our total levels stuff right over here. I believe there's a cap of, I think it's 100 is the max that we can get. However, what we haven't right now happen to us is that because we got a no, our stats have actually been lowered, which is unfortunate. However, 0994 is actually really good. Like, it's one of the better abnormalities in the game. Super good. Super nice to be able to. We can just let... And can we... Okay, there we go. Firstly, if you get it on a yes, all the stats will increase. All increase as opposed to decrease. Be a little bit careful, by the way, with using 0994. We'll get a little bit more information on exactly why in a little bit. But just be a little bit careful. 0994 is very good to have for a while. If they're in there for a certain amount of time, it'll eventually just kind of randomly, it'll just, shut itself off, which is perfectly fine. We're still gonna have it there. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, John right now is at level 4 of everything, or level 5 of everything, which 5 is kind of the max. You can eventually get a little bit higher, but You Must Be Happy, I can now finally call it by its name. You Must Be Happy is really good. However, again, you do have to be a little bit cautious with it, because it doesn't say on here, but overuse of You Must Be Happy will eventually kill you. Either the same employee using it 5 times, or their stats being... I don't know if it's just increased or if it's altered in general. By 200, I want to say? It's not terribly much. But let's at least get I will be using You Must Be Happy quite a bit. It is very good. So, yeah. Like, right now we can see that, like, everyone's super buffed up. You Must Be Happy is so good. What? What? Oh, fuck. Okay. So, I think that's because we actually buffed up too much from You Must Be Happy. Or, I think that was the reason why. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. You can retry the day at any point. Very easy to do so. I'm not gonna touch it anymore for today. No, I'll touch it one more time. I will touch it once more for today. Just to get up to it telling me that You Must Be Happy. We're just gonna set it like so, and leave it alone for the rest of the day. Again, I don't remember exactly, like, 100% all the details of You Must Be Happy. Okay. And I think Justice died from using it too. I spent Justice on it, so... Go figure, I spent Justice on Justice. So, one more time. And... Angel, rest in peace. You will be the guinea pig. Yeah, Angel, you just... I'm fine with Angel dying. He's got cheap equipment on. There we go. On You Must Be Happy, we'll just quick go through it again. I think it automatically boots you out eventually. I don't know how much we have on it. I think 20. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of... I am absolutely sacrificing him for the sake of knowledge, but I mean, that's kind of in character for the game. Change that. Nope, not quite at max. There we go. So you must be happy. If they gain more than 200 points of their stats, they will just disappear. Using it 5 times in a day will also kill them. Oh, yeah. Dr. A has said this to me many a time. Each successful experiment makes you a better person. The greatness of this company is founded on multiple trials and hardships. So you too shall become great. Each day in the company is another small experiment towards changing your life for the better. How's your day been today? Of course it was fine. Let's spare the pleasantries now. Manager, how's your life been? Leading a normal life could be considered an achievement in this day and age. Although, one can always improve the quality of their life. This is a simple metaphor, but the seed of a tree will not grow just anywhere. It requires fertile soil, the right temperature, fresh water. However, most seeds fall on barren soil. For those small fallen seeds, stretching out their roots and sprouting even more small leaves are a challenge full of pain. I cannot provide you with water or sunlight, however I will do my best to tend to the soil. We'll go until... I don't think there's any more cutscenes for today. Yeah, okay. But, with us now having You Must Be Happy fully known, yeah, that will do it for this time. And next time, we'll probably be getting into our second layer. But until then, see you guys later.